Hey guys, it's been a while since I did a video, so I thought I'd do one. If you've noticed on my neck is Mr. Toshiro, my first corn snake I got. Hi, buddy. That'll give you guys all an update on everyone and all that. If you guys are wondering what Toshiro is, besides a corn snake, he's a snow corn snake. And he would make my number one corn snake. I did recently get a second one thanks to my grandparents. They're the reasons why I got into snakes, the reason why I got Toshiro. And now the reason why I got in this lovely tank another corn snake. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. But he is a melanistic or a hypomelanistic corn snake named Carter. I've known Carter for years and love him greatly. And actually glad I got him. And then right behind me is Blossom. Funny thing we just recently discovered with Blossom is she actually is blind. We've noticed since we've gotten her, she strikes very weird. She strikes to the side instead of directly in front of them. And whenever we have her out, she's all over the place. We've took a really good look at her eyes recently and did confirm our suspicions. She is actually blind. No, if you guys can see it very well, but she basically has no pupils in her eyes. She might be able to see shadows, might not. It's hard to tell, but the important thing is, she can still eat. She's eating perfectly fine. And so, nothing to worry about with her. Just gotta be careful when I feed her, because last time I fed her, I almost got bit when she went to go. It hit the rat. What are you doing, mister? Come here. And then we got Trill. He's actually just gave me a scare recently. We had lost heat at our place for a little bit, just to help keep them warm and help keep the heat, as much heat as we already had from space heaters going. I brought everyone downstairs and put them all in tubs. One of them was in a tank because I had only 3 at the time. And I put some of the easier heating pads to grab off of other tanks onto everyone. And Trill was in a tub. He had a heating pad, which was from Blossom's tank. And the heating pad ended up blowing out and burning his tub. He ended up getting a small burn, but easily treatable, and the marks of it should come off with his next shed. The reason why he gave me a scare was when I had found him, he had gone into hibernation. Basically, when they're in hibernation, they are completely unresponsive. They are completely limp and all that. Originally, snakes like Trill come from a warmer climate, mainly Africa, because it's where they originate from. Come here, mister. Sorry about that. So he had just gone into a hibernation. I had thrown a heating pad that I used to help keep me warm when on really cold nights, or I just came from outside and I'm heading to bed, and I just turned that on, and we had thrown that on him, and he was non-responsive right away. My landlord showed up to fix the heat because I had managed to finally get a hold of him. So I had picked up the entire heating pad and all and placed him back on top of the tub that I had just pulled him from, and went to talk to the landlord, told him what was going on and all that. Went back to Shiro, Shiro, still unresponsive, nothing, and the heating pad was nice and warm. So we began to think that we might have lost him. Bud, what are you doing? Why are you getting in all this stuff over here? Anyway, so I was beginning to think that I might have lost him. But good news is I heard breathing, so I thought it was coming from one of the other snakes, like Blossom. She sometimes breathes hard because she had once had a respiratory infection. Anywho, I thought it was coming from one of the other snakes. It turned out it wasn't, because next thing I saw was a tongue starting to flick out. And there he was, coming back around and all that. So I had found him at a good time, managed to get him on a heating pad that worked right away. I ended up taking his original heating pad off of his tank, putting it onto Blossom, putting his older one back on him, and placing his old heat lamp back on him, back when he was in this tank here, instead of the tank he's in now, and gave him that extra heating because he was going on a weaker setting of the heating pad, which is this one right here. It's an okay heating pad in a pinch, but I prefer the stronger ones. That way I could actually tell if they're working or not. This one, it's not a very high setting. It's like, I think I actually took a thermometer to it and for it, and it was reaching about 80. Works in a pinch, just not probably good for this time of year up here. Anywho, so he was on double heat until I managed to go to the pet store, buy him a new heating pad. But he is completely set. Actually, last night when I came home and checked on everybody, he was actually out and about. I know he's not hungry because I just fed him the day before. So it was nice seeing him out and about, because every now and then I see all my snakes out and about, because they all have the same heating pad as what he now has. The other heating pad is what came with one of my tanks I had got. Anywho, he is perfectly healthy now. He's such a blast to have. Let me throw Carter in a tub real quick, and I will pull him out for you guys. There he is. Come here, buddy. There he is, guys. Mr. Trill. Let me set my phone down. That way I can probably show you guys where his burn was on him. I know you don't like me. Ah, there it is. See if I can get this in a shot for you guys. So right here is what's left of his burn. You can see the different coloration from his belly and all that. So that it's not very bad, which was good. The coloration of it will go back, or will leave the moment he sheds. And he's just being his normal self and all that. And He doesn't even care that there's a couple kitties in here right now. So, there you go, buddy. Yep. Originally, back when I had Ragon, I had Torshiro in the tank that he's in now, that Tro's in now. Let's try to get this for you guys. And Tro was in what Blossom is in. And then Ragon was what Carter was in, but now Carter claims it. Torshiro's been moved to an extra 20-gallon tank I had. I don't have enough stands to put him in the snake room, so he is in my own room once again. Chilling out in there, coming out every now and then, giving me little surprises. Once I get a stand to put his tank back in here, I will. So everyone's in here. Another thing that recently happened was Miss Blossom apparently had mites. We're thinking she had them when we got her. But luckily, with two different pet stores near where I live, I went and got some mite stuff, some that actually goes on her, and that can be sprayed in her tank too. Treated her that for a few days straight. Had to stop because of the cold. And her mites are completely gone. The cold helped with that, luckily. But everyone else is perfectly fine. No mites whatsoever. If any of them had them, especially Mr. Torshiro here, we would see them right away because they're tiny black bugs, like fleas, but more rounder. And on Torshiro here, you just see them right away. But with the other three, little hard. But thought I'd give you guys that and all that. Where are you going? Whoa! Lost your grip there, bud. Because I put my hand around you. Almost falling off me. Alright, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.